Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Franklin Pickleball Masters Pro Invitational, hosted by Chicken and Pickle. We are in beautiful Wichita. The sun has set, and we are about to begin the men's pro gold medal match here. We have Matt Wright and Kyle Yates playing against the brothers, the Johns brothers. And so there was a fight earlier in the day coming through, as Andy will talk about a little bit. I'm joined by Andy Ginch from Chicken and Pickle. There was some pool play and then a semifinal.
There was. So Matt and Kyle won their pool this morning, going undefeated, and so did Ben and Collin. So they both got buys. They both won their semis, and they're here unscathed in the men's open gold. This is going to be a fantastic match, folks.
Men's doubles playoff.
Collin played at the U.S. Open, but he's definitely newer to the game. Ben Johns has more experience. Hopefully he's giving his brother some more tips, because this is going to be a significant match.
Judges, are you ready? Thank you. Game 1, 0-0-2. Side out.
We have a first side out. Got some applause already.
0-0-1.
Matt Wright is from Wichita, Kansas, so we got a lot of locals here rooting on their hometown boy.
Great shot by Collin Johns there. Split them. Kyle and Matt looked at each other like,
0-0-2.
okay, good shot.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Big overhead. That ball bounced up and over the fence, almost out the window.
Check that ball.
Ben's like, okay, we're done here.
Well, the first get by Kyle was fantastic, but the second one nobody was getting.
0-0-1.
Side out.
Ben went all the way across the court to get around the post. That is unbelievable. Not many people are going to do that.
1-0-1.
Folks, be sure to share this stream. We'd love to get as many viewers as possible.
Matt Wright says bounce, ball goes wide. Ben Johns, one of the top male players in the world. Matt, Kyle, all the top players. Collin is newer to the group, holding his own here.
Wow.
Down the line, into the corner. Beautiful shot.
Absolutely gorgeous shot by Collin.
0-1-2.
Thank you, Laurel, for sharing the stream. Appreciate that.
Point. One, 1-2.
Left foot, yeah.
Yep.
All three refs called that. Ben tried to jump the corner, didn't quite clear it.
Right.
They called a fault.
Right foot caught the line. That was very obvious.
1-2. Side out.
Collin goes to go behind Matt. He's having some luck going to Matt's backhand down that line there a little
Yeah,
bit.
he is. And Matt and Kyle are certainly being cautious with respect to Ben. And Ben has just elevated his game to a level that is unbelievable.
Collin jumps up to try to get the backhand to stop the lob, but goes into the net. We move along to second serve.
2.
A little back and forth, side out. Some people saying that Kyle Yates and Collin Johns look like they could be related more than Ben. Oh, and it's still in it.
Unbelievable. Oh, just missed.
It
What
is
a
good. Good. Oh, boy.
Point.
Yeah, that was a point, everybody.
No, that was out.
The-
It's out. No, it was out.
Kyle's correcting the referee's call.
Correction. Second server.
Good
Yeah.
sportsmanship there by Kyle
It
Yates.
was clearly out. I mean, so we've got arguably the top 3 men players in the world right here. You can put them in the order you'd like, but Ben Johns, Kyle Yates, and Matt Wright are the top 3 folks. Collin's a great player and certainly an upcomer, but you're watching the top 3 for sure.
All right, they called that out, and there's a point.
2, 2, 1.
2-2-1. Kyle going cross court to Collin over, tries to go around the post. Dave gets it.
Oh, Collin should not have gone for that ball.
You thought
It
that was gonna
going
go out?
and he knows it. Kyle and Matt were
frustration.
very, very fortunate.
2, 2, 2.
We're on to second server at the beginning of game number 1 in the men's gold match. Matt tries to go over the soft touch.
Yeah, he called it. He
Catches
was
a little the
way-
end of his
way
paddle
in front
there.
of Kyle, but he did call it, but just didn't execute.
We're now actually with a 1-point lead for Johns and Johns. That's okay. So Matt Wright, it's like, oh, everybody talks about my overhead, and he tries to pretend he doesn't have a big overhead, but Matt Wright has a killer overhead.
He hits a heavy ball. Yeah, him and Ben, probably the 2 hardest in the
2,
game.
3, 1.
Dinking ensues. Not afraid to be going to Ben. And all 4 players. Kyle tried to get behind Ben there. Ben kept it in play and ultimately came across to Collin.
3, 3, 1.
And now we're a tie game. That ball was called out. You have a point. Wright and Yates
4.
take the lead early in game number 1.
4, 3, 1.
4-3-1.
Thanks, Mike Durr, for your affirmation about the top 3 men here.
4, 3, 2.
Wow. Collin made Matt Wright pay. It was a great attack. Matt was in the middle, out of position, and Collin went behind him.
3, 4, 1.
Kyle was the softest shot there. All 4 up at the net. Ben over halfway across the court. Matt pulls him back over.
Great patience here by all four guys. Nope. Yep.
So everybody, thank you for joining us. We are in our final match of the day, the men's gold match. Score is 4-4. Matt goes to flick that back and hits the net.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was hoping to do with that ball, but
5-4-1.
5-4-1. Ben Johns serving to Kyle Yates. Ooh.
5 quick hits there in a short amount of time. The
great.
crowd like that with some applause.
Second server.
We're moving on to the second server at the Franklin Pickleball Masters men's gold medal match. Ben with a strong third drive. All 4 players at the net. Kyle going cross court to Collin quite a bit.
Wow.
There you go.
Great point.
There's a good sequence. Kyle going with the lob. Ben's able to get it, but not really put it away, keep it in play.
Well,
And Dave finishes it out.
it's an effective way to get Ben out of position if you can throw up that backhand lob or lob over his backhand side. Pulls him out of the middle.
Ready. Second server.
Kyle Yates and Matt Wright. For those of you who are not familiar, Matt Wright is in the black shirt on the far court. Kyle Yates in the white shirt.
Matt Wright's actually the local favorite here. Lives in Wichita, about a mile down the road from Chicken and Pickle.
5-4-1.
Matt Wright hits
Great
it
shot
from the
by
back,
Matt
keeps it
Wright
in.
there. Yep.
I think some people are asking, yes, at one point Matt was Division I tennis. He was the lead player in the Michigan Ann Arbor team and had a brief season on the tour.
Yeah, he actually played #1 singles at Michigan for all 4 years, I believe.
Side out.
And again, for those asking, in the near court, you have Ben Johns and Collin Johns. Ben is the one wearing the ball cap.
Second server. Four, 5-2.
Moving on to 4-5.
Oh, great reset.
Holy cow. Matt almost took that in the face. He was able to keep it in play and then ultimately
He almost killed
put
it
one away. Yeah.
Point.
I heard someone in the crowd say, ooh, Matt.
Great start to this match. Just very, very evenly matched, both teams.
Side out.
Knew this was going to be a good one, Rusty.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody. We're up to 530 some live participants.
Yep.
Second server.
Moving on to second server. So both teams consistently chatting in between points, working out their strategy.
Scott Lippitz is asking, what's on tap and how much is a beer over here? Well, $2.50 for PBR, Scott. It's Chicken Pickle Special. Appreciate you asking.
There you go.
5-2.
It is Kansas.
6-5-2.
Wow. Great shot by Kyle Splitman. Just froze both Ben and
Yeah.
Collin.
Side out.
So it's a tight game. Neither team really pulling ahead. Actually, 1 point lead to the Johns brothers there. Kyle a little frustrated with himself with that. I feel like even since the U.S. Open, Collin's game has gone to another level.
I totally agree. Nope.
Lob, just long.
Yeah. Just a hair. I saw that up.
Side out.
Yeah.
Hair
But
out
that was
and-
smart. Everybody, like, if you're going to play like this, you play the ball, let the line judge call it. Both Ben and Kyle kept playing.
Yeah.
Line judge called it out.
6-5-1.
We're back to the Johns, 6-5-1.
Second server. 6-5-2.
The crowd's quiet. Edge of their seats here.
Great exchange. Yeah, we've got a full house here. VIP boxes, courtside seats, bleachers. Everyone's enjoyed the day. We started at 10 this morning, and it's culminating with just a great men's double final.
Kyle saw that coming.
He put an extra hurt on that ball. That was
Side out.
The crowd liked that.
5-7-1.
A chance for Wright and Yates to try to level the score.
Six, 7-1. I did not. Second server.
Someone from the crowd's yelling in. They couldn't even see it. The table's blocking it.
6-7-2.
6-7-2. Kyle tries to go around the post. Literally hits the post.
I don't think it was there.
And we have a side out. So Yates and Wright have the seniority in terms of experience. They've played together. They've won together. But right now they're down by one.
Yeah, this is a very evenly matched, very even match, and it's really like it always does. Just going to come out to who out executes the other team. All the four of these guys are phenomenal players and just so much experience. Collins, I guess, has the lesser of the four, but he's coming on very strong himself.
It's a great dinking session here. Back to Ben.
Folks, if you're new to this game, just look how important dinking is. It's just so
court.
fundamental. You've got to learn this skill.
Move. Kyle, a lot of lateral move in his feet.
Longest rally of the match by far.
Tries to go to Ben a little bit.
Fantastic
There you
point.
go.
Wow.
That's right, everybody. Once again, I said, there you go.
Great, great pickleball. Patience. That was as good as it gets, folks.
Server.
So for those joining, this is the men's gold medal match, game number 1. There's $10,000 on the line.
I'm with you, Gigi. Amazing play by all 4 of these guys.
Oh,
That's trouble.
Kyle tried to go for the lob, and Collin rejected that. Kyle's lob's been on fire pretty much today. Yes, thank you. Who was that earlier? 64 hit rally. Thank you for that previous point, not the one we just had, but prior. So everybody, thank you for joining. We are excited to be bringing this to you from the Franklin Pickleball Masters Invitational at Chicken and Pickle. Oh, the ref called a fault to Matt Wright on his second overhead. The crowd's cheering, but 2 refs both called a fault.
We both called that at the same time. We both called that at the same time.
All right, there's a bit of an ooh. Johns brothers are looking for the ball. The ball went somewhere up in the crowd. Ball went somewhere up in the crowd. They're trying to find it.
I think she wanted to keep it.
Players typically like to keep the same ball going. In many other sports, they're constantly changing the ball. But here, everybody dig around under the bleachers. Let's find it.
She
Scores
wanted a souvenir,
9-6-2.
Great shot by Matt Wright. If you notice, Ben is cheating middle, and Matt saw it.
For sure.
And he made him pay right there.
So it's a big side out. Now we got a chance here for Yates and Wright to try to come back and close that gap. They're favored in this match. And so they're definitely looking to not have this close out. 7-9-1. We're back to the dinking session. All 4 players touching the ball. Kyle heats it up.
Wow, that was up in his wheelhouse. Eh?
Yep. Collin Johns and Johns are calling a timeout. We are in game number 1, towards the end of it. On the Men's Pro Gold, we will be back to you in about a minute. Hey everybody, I just wanted to say thank you to our sponsor Highlands and let you know Highlands leg cramps, thousands of pickleball players use them, but they also have other products for active people. You have the muscle therapy gel, Arnicade, Arnisport, obviously the leg cramps product, and there's also a restful legs product. Lots of products, we love them a ton. Give them some love and try out some of their products.
Claims based on traditional homeopathic practice, not accepted medical evidence, not FDA evaluated.
Okay, we are back from the timeout. Johns and Johns just called that timeout. They had a more commanding lead, and Yates and Wright are closing it up. We're the men's gold medal match.
Time in. 8-9-1.
8-9-1.
Ball was out.
8-9-2.
8-9-2. Matt Wright serving to Collin Johns.
As again, the cross-court session begins. Kyle Yates looks to go down the line, ends up going long.
Yeah, that was.
We have a big side out. But we're
Right.
back at a 1-point game now.
Yep.
9-8-1.
So Johns and Johns in the near court in black, serving. Matt Wright returns.
That's trouble.
Ben jumps across, poaches,
Oh, yeah.
gets it. Looks like he even hit Kyle's toe, I think.
He's so quick and smooth. He's just
10-8-2.
10-8-2.
wow.
So there you go. Game number 1
Yeah.
goes to the Johns brothers. We are going to bring you game number 2 of the men's gold match at the Franklin Pickleball Masters. We will be back to you soon. You're watching the Franklin Pickleball Masters Pro Invitational, hosted by Chicken and Pickle. This live stream is brought to you by Highlands Leg Cramps. Stop your cramp, not your game. By SELKIRK. We are Pickleball. And by Pickleball Channel, bringing pickleball to the entire world. Thank you to our sponsors for making it possible to give you the best live media coverage of the Franklin Pickleball Masters, hosted by Chicken and Pickle. Okay, we are back at the men's gold match here at the Franklin Pickleball Masters. We have $10,000 on the line. We're just beginning game number 2. Matt Wright and Kyle Yates start off serving. Matt Wright finishes it off. You can hear some of his local fans. He is from Wichita, lives here. He's got some fans in the crowd.
Matt's a very aggressive player, but I expect him to actually get a little more aggressive this game. I think he's going to try to assert himself.
So if you're just joining us, as you can see from the score, the first game was close, but it went to Johns and Johns.
Wow, Matt made a great save on that around the post, and that's a ball Collin probably makes 9 out of 10 times. Just missed it. Great save by Matt. By dinking cross court to bend like that, it keeps him out of the middle. So
Exactly.
It's definitely,
And this is one to Kyle.
yeah.
Again, but their game, Ben's game is solid.
Oh.
Everybody's game is solid.
It is.
Again, and a lot of folks here impressed by Collin Johns rising to the occasion.
It's also the same way you keep Matt out of the middle. You dink to Matt's backhand. I mean, they're just so dominating players.
They heat that up, goes off of Collin's paddle,
yeah.
goes long.
2-0-1.
You have an initial 2-point lead in the men's gold match.
Boy, that was off his hand, off Matt's hand. You could tell.
Come on, Wright's pumped about that. Yeah, that's a good block. He barely kept it in play.
Yeah. Great start for these guys. Out 3-0 really quick.
Yates confirming that Wright is the correct server. Serves to Collin Johns.
Second server.
Kyle Yates heats it up to Collin. Collin keeps it right back. And
3-0.
Kyle's not able to return.
Point.
That's atypical.
Little sloppy dink there from Ben. He is human.
Yes, exactly. So everybody else who misses 1,000 dinks shouldn't feel so bad. Big overhead there.
Almost got that back. But
So thank you for joining us. We are in game number 2 of the men's gold match at the Franklin Pickleball Masters, hosted by Chicken and Pickle.
0-4-1.
Johns are in the far court in the black. Collin Johns frustrated with that. Ben Johns has the black hat on, if you're not familiar, in the near court. Kyle Yates in the white.
0-4-2.
And Matt Wright in the black shirt.
Side out.
Folks, with this format, which was pool play with round robin with single elimination and consolation bracket, this is not a double elimination bracket, so this is 2 out of 3 to 11.
And the winner takes $10,000. We're going to a timeout. We'll be back to you soon.
Serving team, you have 2 timeouts remaining.
Hi there, it's Rusty Howes from Pickleball Channel. We are back from the timeout. We are in game number 2 of the men's gold match.
Time in.
Kyle Yates is about to serve to Collin Johns.
Point.
Sneaky little shot from Kyle there that Ben almost handled, but great creativity on that shot from Kyle.
0-1.
Mix it up a little.
And unlike the first game, we're off to a 5-0 lead. That's a little backhand at shoulder height.
It's too
A
strong.
lot of heat on it. Matt with a strong drive. Tried to lob over Collin.
Yeah.
Jumped up, caught it. Went to the angle as Matt had to commit to go left a little bit, got behind him. So here we go. Coming back to
0-5-1.
Collin Johns, 0-5-1. The Johns brothers trying to get a point on the board.
Too good at defense right there.
No! Left foot, push off, did not reestablish.
Second server.
Eagle eye, Don Stanley caught Collin's
Stanley
left foot.
pushed off the line,
Yep.
and he hit that overhead up in the air. Both feet have to come back down. So yes, some people have been watching. From the shot, you're seeing that there's actually 2 refs at the net. One is the official ref, down on his knee. Don is acting more of a line judge, looking for foot faults. Ben Johns serves. That was
Good
heating up.
point.
I think Matt thought he was going to get that coming back.
Chris Shepard's asking, why didn't Anna Lee Waters play? Her mom, Lee Waters, played with Catherine Parento, but Anna Lee is playing tomorrow with Kyle.
In mixed.
Kyle Yates, yep.
Ball rolls along the net, ends up going wide. So we have a side out coming back to Kyle Yates and Matt Wright. Kyle's cleaning off his paddle. There's enough humidity, sweaty hands. You got to keep a good grip. Matt Wright serves to Collin. That's a great lob.
Fantastic lob. That was in.
On the line, Matt plays it.
Great
We're still in the
reset.
point. Holy cow. That's a good point, everybody.
Great shot. Yeah, good
Lobs,
stuff.
overheads, dinks, volleys. I think almost everything except maybe in around the post.
Yep.
Because we had Kyle jump the corner even.
6-2-1.
Another cute little inside out from Kyle there. Caught Ben off guard a little bit.
So Johns were able to get a couple points on the ball,
7-2-1.
on the board, but Wright and Yates up to a 5-point lead.
Second server.
Collin comes back over the line. Kyle's not quite able to get it back over.
7-2-2.
A little help from the net, my friends.
Yep.
So if you didn't see that, lip the net, ended up just landing in the back court. And so this is a very different game than game number one.
Absolutely.
Game number one went to the Johns brothers, 11-8, and we are now 8-2. Now we're at 9-2. Favor Yates and Wright.
There's that heavy backhand from
A
from
timeout's
Matt
been
Wright.
called by the Johns brothers. They got to stop that momentum. Only 2 points away from game. We will be back to you after the timeout with some more amazing men's doubles action.
Hi, I'm John Brownie. I had a bad experience after 2 days in hot weather. I woke up with leg cramps. Remembered I'd been by the Highlands booth, took some of their pills. I was able to go back to sleep, get up and play the next day. I played all day and ended up winning a silver medal. All because I took the Highlands leg cramp pills. They were excellent, got me through the day.
Claims based on traditional homeopathic practice, not accepted medical evidence, not FDA evaluated.
All right, we are back from the timeout in a heated second game. Yates and Wright are about to serve. They're at 9. 2 points away from closing out this game and taking us to 3 in the match. There it is. The Rocket.
Heavy.
Yeah, I think we're at Ben Johns, Matt Wright with 2 fierce overheads.
Yeah.
And, you know, that was just, we should figure out how to get a speed check on that.
2-9-1.
2-9-1, back to Johns, trying to close this gap.
Are you kidding
behind
me,
the back.
Collin Johns?
All right, Collin Johns, man, that's entertainment. Behind the back. I think he's like, I think he was surprised he got it. Ben's smiling and laughing,
Everybody.
Colin's smiling and laughing, but that was some great play.
World-class pickleball at Chicken and Pickle tonight, guys. This is as good as it gets. Look at the control. Yep, Kyle had to readjust there.
He was able to catch the dink in the corner.
Yeah, he was starting
back
to go.
The soft game.
Yeah.
Kept going. Matt was staying in it a little too high, and then Ben brought it down at that angle and wasn't able to shut it out. So we got another point on the board, slowly closing this gap. Down to 5 points. Kyle tries to go across. Ben's there, and he puts it in the middle.
That's just been
Okay, ladies and
asserting
gentlemen,
himself.
so Yates and Wright, I'm wondering how many points will go by before they call a timeout.
9-1.
We're down to a 4-point game.
Second server.
Big second serve. The serve goes over to Ben Johns in the black cap,
5-9-2.
serving Matt Wright in the black shirt on the near court. Ball goes long. We are at the Franklin Pickleball Masters Pro Invitational, hosted by Chicken and Pickle. This is Rusty House from Pickleball Channel. I'm joined by Andy Gensch. Say hi, Andy.
Oh, hey, Pickleball World. So glad to have you viewing this special event at Chicken and Pickle tonight.
Good overhead by Collin Johns there. Matt Wright's not able to handle it. And we're moving on to second server. Yates and
9-5-2.
Wright looking to keep their lead.
Both guys look super comfortable staying in this
Backhand
pattern.
dinks, backhand again.
And they could,
Oh, Kyle goes to mix it up to Collin and hits the net.
yeah.
That's a big side out.
It's called a patience point.
It's a big side out. They're talking to each other, doing some strategy. Ben Johns serves. Matt Wright returns. Then drops it. Here we go. The audience is silent.
You may be going for that 64-shot rally record here, Rusty. Hope Mike Durr's counting.
All 4 players touching this ball.
Wow.
Johns around the post low. Wright handles it, but then John puts it away.
So good.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this game was off to a big lead, and it's closing up. We are all the way back down to a 3-point game. 6 serving 9. Kyle's able to duck, just missed the ball, goes long. Moving on to second server. Game number 1, if you're joining us, went to Johns. If you're new to pickleball, you only get points when you're serving. Another long dinking session.
Wow.
Ben jumps the line, looks to go down the line, goes wide. That's a big side out. They had a good run there.
Yeah.
Closed it all the way up to within 3. But now,
9-6-1.
Wright and Yates are only 2 points away from taking game 2. Heats it up, back and forth. Collin Johns handles it.
Second server.
Going to second server.
9-6.
Got over 800 viewers. Let's please share. See if we can get this thing up to 1,000.
It's getting cross court. Johns and Yates again. Now the other way. There you go. A little flick deep to the backcourt. Local people are liking that. I think a few folks are rooting for the Wichita boy.
Yep.
So that's a point. 1 point away, possible game point, which will take us to 3. Got to be honest, I want to go to 3.
I think the whole crowd does, Rusty.
10-6-2.
Matt drives that third, and he drops it. Ooh, Ben in the net. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready, because we're going to go to game number 3 for some amazing men's gold play at the Franklin Pickleball Masters, hosted by Chicken and Pickle. This live stream brought to you by Highlands Leg Cramps and others. Thank you. We will be back with game 3 soon. You're watching the Franklin Pickleball Masters Pro Invitational, hosted by Chicken and Pickle. This live stream is brought to you by Highlands Leg Cramps. Stop your cramp, not your game. By SELKIRK. We are Pickleball. And by Pickleball Channel, bringing pickleball to the entire world. Thank you to our sponsors for making it possible to give you the best live media coverage of the Franklin Pickleball Masters, hosted by Chicken and Pickle. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are at game number 3 of the Franklin Pickleball Masters, hosted by Chicken and Pickle. We are the men's gold match. Game number 1 went to Johns and Johns. Game number 2 went to Yates and Wright. And whoever takes game number 3 is going to walk away with $10,000, $5,000 apiece for the players.
One game for 10,000.
One game for 10,000. Heat that up. The Johns brothers paddles hit a little bit, goes long. Someone's saying pickleball's Bryan brothers. If you don't know tennis, Bryan brothers are iconic tennis partners, brothers who dominate. Maybe that'll happen in pickleball as well. off to the soft dink game again. Kyle with a look away, dinks to John. Ben. He's got that reach, right?
Yep.
Comes across, and there's a good angle.
Inserted
Chose to
himself
kind of go
there.
back. Yep.
I see
You
Don,
said,
Don Stanley snickering over there, and he gave me the millimeter sign. They was so
That's
close
to a foot fault, right? So close is okay with foot faults. So thank you for joining us again. We are the Franklin Pickleball Masters Pro Invitational, hosted by Chicken and Pickle. This is the men's gold game number 3.
Wow.
This is Rusty from Pickleball Channel. I'm joined with Andy Gensch from Chicken and Pickle. You're based out of Kansas City, but you're down here in Wichita today.
Yep, running this tournament. It's been a passion of Kellen Mums, our vice president, to do this, and just helped him quarterback this, and it's been such a treat to do.
Long dink session ensuing here.
Too quick.
Right. You know, the crowd like that, huh?
Great
The crowd
point.
like that. That drop, you know, but Ben is young and fast. You know, it's most pickleball players, you would have lost the point, but he was able to run up there and get it.
Great start.
Kyle Yates checking to make sure Matt Wright is the correct server. Absolutely, Andy. Great start to game 3. Big no, the ball goes wide. The crowd likes that.
Point 4-0-2.
Kyle heats it up to Ben, his forehand, but he puts it in the net. They're calling a timeout.
Good
so
timeout.
Johns calling a strategic timeout, trying to get on the board, break that momentum. We will be back to you after the timeout with more action. Hi everyone, I want to give a shout out and a thank you to our sponsor Highlands. We literally could not do this without them. They have another product called Muscle Therapy Gel. I use it myself and a lot of other athletes use it as well, including pickleball players. So give it a try and you might like it too.
Claims based on traditional homeopathic practice, not accepted medical evidence, not FDA evaluated.
All right, we're back from the timeout. They've been throwing some balls into the crowd. Had to calm them down. We are in game number 3.
Ready. Thank you. Time in. 5-0-2. Side out.
Try to pop that in there. Hey, Jack Olmstead, thanks for joining and for being such a faithful follower. And got 852 viewers. We've dipped down to 809, but this is great. Thank you, everybody. We're happy to be bringing this to the world, actually.
Second server.
Kyle hits a strong ball deep into the back court. That's good. Forces the second server.
Point.
All right, see if they can
Get some points on the board.
dig out of this hole.
Then serve. Strong drive for the third. Handled.
Little gunfight right there.
Side out.
Ben is trying to insert himself.
5-1-1.
I think I heard him say to himself, what do I have to do?
Yeah.
Point.
court. Heat that up. Just caught Collin's shoulder. He wasn't ready for it. Collin expressed some frustration himself. He knew. We're switching sides at 6. So game number 3, if you don't know it, we switch sides at 6. Take a brief moment. We'll be right back.
Resuming play. Line judges, are you
All right,
ready?
we're resuming play. That was just a switching sides at 6. When you go to game 3, in order to make sure each team has a fair advantage or disadvantage, you switch sides at 6. Collin hits it back at Kyle's feet. He tries to dig it out, but doesn't quite make it in. We're moving on to second server.
1, 2.
Kyle tries to drive it down. Ben handles it. The dinking begins.
Yeah, that was a little greedy on Collin's part. It just wasn't there.
7, 1, 2.
So Yates right. The Matt let out a grunt. He was able to get it back over, but Ben Johns put that away. So right now Ben Johns in the black hat is about to serve to Matt Wright in the near court.
Second server.
Wow, this big serve, but not even a let. That's not common at all. So we're moving on to second server. Collin Johns serves to Kyle Yates.
Chris Shepard, we actually played 2 4-team round-robin pools this morning. The top 2 teams advanced and got buys. These are the 2 that did.
1, 1.
The second-place team, third-place team did advance. The fourth-place team did not. So that's what we have. 2 undefeated teams here right now.
Big overhead by Ben between Matt's legs, actually. Moving on to second server. Kyle Yates about to serve to Collin Johns in game number 3 of the men's pro gold. Try the overhead.
Point.
Tried the overhead.
Yep.
Didn't work. They returned it, but it went wide.
Collin wants that one back. That was an easy put away. that he missed.
8-1-2. Easy for you or them, maybe, not me.
Not me. Wow.
All right,
Nice
keep
shot
in
by
play.
Collin there.
Able to get out to Matt's left side there, outside his left foot. That's a big side out.
1, 8, 1.
Oh, just over the net. It's still in play. Back to Kyle, back to Collin. Collin tries to go around the line. I think they might have thought he said in, but he said out. The ball was called out. 1-8-2. Johns and Johns trying to get some more points on the board.
No. Out. No. That ball was a foot out.
I saw it way out. I saw it way out.
No, that ball was a foot out. It was a foot out.
I saw it out.
No, that
I
was a
saw
foot
it way
out.
out.
Oh my God. Thank you. They overruled it. It's not even close.
It was out.
It was a foot out.
It was out, right?
Thank you.
Yeah. It was way out. So I think the Johns even said that it was out, which is nice when the quote-unquote team to get the advantage agrees. Some good sportsmanship.
Yeah. Matt needs to relax a little. Great shot.
Yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Wow, we broke 900, the first time tournament ever. Day number 1, that's a big deal. So we hope you're enjoying this intense men's gold action here. Game number 3, we are close to closing it out.
Yeah,
9-1.
It's been a runaway so far.
It feels like the Johns brothers are a little shook up. They're off their groove.
Yep.
Game number 1 played really strong, actually dominated. Yates and Wright almost came back. Possible match. Trying to do it. Ben Johns comes with a big hit, forces him to go to second server. We have another chance, though, for match point
Yep.
and the winning of the gold. Oh, heated up, goes off Matt's paddle. And we got a big side out there for the Johns brothers. Now, they got to try to get quite a few points, but it has been done. And if it's been done once in history, then it can be done again.
1-10-1.
Ben Johns serving to Kyle Yates.
Look how far Ben's coming to try to insert himself into this point.
Ooh. There's one.
Point. 2-10-1.
2-10-1. 1 point for the Johns brothers.
Point.
Ball called out by the judge, nice and loud. Ben Johns grabs it. We're down to a 7-point difference. Dinking session. Reach. All right. Collin tries to go around the point, goes long, ref calls it out. Johns brothers agree. Everybody seems fine. There's a quiet in the room, though.
3-10-2.
The crowd's wondering what's going to happen. 3-10-2, only 7-point difference. Collin heats it up. That ball was going to go long, but hit Matt Wright's shoulder, couldn't get out of the way. And we got another point on the board. So we've gone from 10-1 to 10-4. Ben's way over there, coming all the way over half court.
Yep. Just absolutely outpatience.
That was a dink war between Collin Johns and Kyle Yates, and Kyle tipped it to the net. We got another point, 5-10-2. We're down to a 5-point spread.
One more, we might see a timeout.
Now we go back to Ben. Now all 4 players are touching that ball. We got Johns, Yates, back to Collin.
Wow. Good stuff right there. Great get by Collin. And
Side out.
Collin's checking how many points they have.
10-5-1.
10-5-1.
Intense session.
Clearly working Kyle. That ball hung on the net for about a half a second. Thought Matt had that. Great hands. Oh, man, what a fantastic point. All right, so they hold off one match point. Let's see if they can
10-5-2.
extend it. 10-5-2. It was clearly out.
5-10-1.
All right, timeout.
All right, a timeout has been called. The score is 6-10-1. Sorry for that gap. 6-10-1. We're going to a timeout.
Time in. 6.
All right, we're back from the time in. It is 6-10-1. Johns and Johns are trying to get more points on the board.
Wow. Ben ran that down.
Another point.
Crowd's loving that. It's getting a little tighter here.
Point. 7-10-1.
7-10-1. Ben Johns serving to Kyle Yates.
No fault. Touch the net. Yeah. You're touching the net.
All right, fault was calling. One was pointing to the foot. The other one said he touched the net. Either way, it's a fault.
8-10-1.
We're in game number 3, 8-10. Unbelievable. It was 10-1, and now we're within 2 points of tying it up.
Could hear a pin drop in this place right now, Rusty.
Yeah.
Ultra cautious, both teams right now.
Yeah, they don't want to.
These are what they call money points, folks. Late in the third game, a lot of money on the line.
All right. That is a huge point. We're now within 1 of tying it up.
10-1.
Johns, I'm sorry, they got to get in the right position. They called the score. The ref called the score when they were both in the box, but. Huge. Ben Johns pumps the fist big. And holy cow, we have a tie game. It was 10-1 minutes ago, and we're back at 10-10.
Unbelievable.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the Franklin Pickleball Masters Pro Invitational, hosted by Chicken and Pickle, and you're about to see an amazing comeback. Johns and Johns won game number 1. Wright and Yates game number 2. Johns and John was down by 9 points.
Wow. Unbelievable comeback.
That was it. 12-10, an amazing comeback. Unbelievable. Thank you for hanging in there, everybody. We are happy to try to bring you as much as possible. Technical glitches, weather, everything. Thanks for watching. Come back tomorrow. Tomorrow morning we'll be starting to bring you the mixed matches.
5 match points.
Thank you for watching. All right, we'll wave over there. Hello, thank you for watching. We'll be back tomorrow from the Franklin Pickleball Masters Pro Invitational hosted by Chicken and Pickle. This is Rusty Howes. I'm joined by Andy Gensch. We're in Wichita, Kansas. Thank you to Highlands for helping sponsor the stream. Thank you to Franklin. Thank you for everybody out there watching. Stay tuned. Come back tomorrow for a lot more action.